All right, I had to make a second because I ran out of space in the other one. Woe to you who lay the foundation of sin and deceit, and who are bitter on earth, for on it shall you be consumed. And woe to you who build your houses by the labor of others, every part of which is constructed with brick and of stone of crime. I tell you that you shall not obtain peace. And woe to you who despise the extent of the everlasting inheritance of your fathers, while your souls follow after idols. For to you there shall be no tranquility. Woe to them who commit iniquity and give aid to blasphemy, who slay their neighbor unto the day of the great judgment. For your glory shall fall, malevolence shall be put into your hearts, and the ruach of his wrath shall stir you up, that every one of you may perish by the sword. Then shall all the righteous and the holy remember your crimes. 99. In those days shall fathers be struck down with their children in the presence of each other, and brethren with their brethren shall fall dead, until a river shall flow from their blood. For a man shall not restrain his hand from the children, nor from his children's children. His mercy will be to kill them. Nor shall the sinner restrain his hand from his honored brother. From the dawn of day to the setting sun shall the slaughter continue. The horse shall wade up to its breast, and the chariot shall sink, and it will stink, if you think about it, to its axle in the blood of sinners. In those days the angels shall descend into places of concealment and gather together in one spot all that have assisted in crime. In that day shall Elohim rise up to execute the great judgment upon all sinners, and to commit the guardianship of all the righteous and holy to the holy angels, that they may protect them as the apple of an eye, until every evil and every crime be annihilated. Whether or not the righteous sleep securely, wise men shall then truly perceive. Excuse me. And the sons of the earth shall understand every word of that suffer, knowing that their riches cannot save them in the ruin of their crimes. And woe to you, you sinners, when you shall be afflicted on account of the righteous in the day of the great trouble, shall be burnt in the fire, and be recompensed according to your deeds. Woe to you, perverted in your hearts, who are watchful to obtain an accurate knowledge of evil, and to discover terrors. No one shall assist you. Woe to you, sinners, for with the words of your mouths and with the work of your hands have you acted impiously. In the flame of a blazing fire shall you be burnt. And now know that the angels shall inquire into your conduct in heaven of the sun, the moon, and the stars, respecting your sins. For upon earth you exercise jurisdiction over the righteous. But every cloud shall bear witness against you, the snow, the dew, and the rain, for all of them shall be withheld from you, that they may not descend upon you, nor become subservient to your crimes. Now then, bring gifts of salutation to the rain, that not being withheld, it may descend upon you, and to the dew, if it has received from you gold and silver. But when the frost, snow, cold, every snowy wind, and every suffering belong to them, fall upon you in those days, you will be utterly incapable of standing before them. Attentively consider heaven, all you progeny of heaven, and all the works of Elohim. Fear him, nor conduct yourselves criminally before him. If he shut up the windows of heaven, restraining the rain and the dew, that it may not descend upon the earth on your account, what will you do? And if he send his wrath upon you and upon all your deeds, you are not they who can supplicate him. You who utter against his righteousness language proud and powerful, to you there shall be no peace. Do you not see the commanders of ships, how their vessels are tossed about by the waves, torn to pieces by the winds, and exposed to the greatest peril? That they therefore fear, because their whole property is embarked with them on the ocean, and that they forbade evil in their hearts, because it may swallow them up, and they may perish in it? Is it not the whole sea and all its waters and all its commotion, the work of him, Alhim, of him who has sealed up all of his extortions and girded it on every side with the sand? And his rebuke dried up and alarmed, while all its fish with everything in it die. And will not you, sinners who are on the earth, fear him? Is not he the maker of heaven and earth and of all things which are in him, and who has given erudition and wisdom to all of that move upon the earth and over the sea? And are not the commanders of the ships terrified at the ocean? And shall not sinners be terrified of Alhim? Of God you may call him. In those days, when he shall cast the calamity of fire upon you, whether you fly, and where would you fly, and where would you be safe? And when he sends forth his word against you, are you not spared and terrified? The luminaries are agitated with great fear, and all the earth is spared. While it trembles and suffers anxiety, all the angels fulfill the commands received by them and are desirous of being concealed from the presence of the great glory, while the children of the earth are alarmed and troubled. But you, sinners, are forever accursed. To you there shall be no peace. Fear not, souls of the righteous, but wait with patient hope for the day of your death in righteousness. Grieve not, because your souls descend in great trouble, with groaning, lamentation, and sorrow to the receptacle of the dead. In your lifetime your bodies have not received in recompense in proportion to your goodness. But in the period of your existence have sinners existed, in the period of excretion and of punishment. And when you die, sinners, say concerning you, as we die, the righteous die. What profit have they in their works? Behold, like us they expire in sorrow and in darkness. What advantage have they over us? Henceforth are we equal? What will be within their grasp, and what before their eyes forever? For behold, they are dead, and never will they again perceive the light. I say unto you, sinners, you have been satisfied with meat and drink, with the plunder of men, and rapine with sin, with acquisition of wealth, and with the sight of good days. Have you not marked the righteous, how their end is in peace? For no oppression is found in them, even in the day of their death. They perish and are as if they were not, while their souls descend in trouble to the receptacle of the dead. But now I swear to you, righteous, by the greatness of his splendor and his glory, by his illustrious kingdom, and by the majesty, to you I swear that I comprehend this mystery, that I have read the tablet of heaven, have seen the writing of the holy ones, and have discovered what is written and impressed on it concerning you, that all goodness, joy, and glory has been prepared for you, and been written down for the Ruachoth, the spirits of them who die, eminently righteous and good. To you it shall be given in return for your troubles, and your portion shall far exceed the portion of the living. The Ruachoth of you who die in righteous shall exist and rejoice. Their Ruachoth shall exult, and their remembrance shall be before the face of Alhim from generation to generation. Nor shall they now fear disgrace. But woe to you sinners when you die in your sins, and they who are like you say respecting you, blessed are the sinners. They have lived out their whole period, and now they die in happiness and in wealth. Distress and slaughter they knew not while alive. In honor they die, nor ever in their lifetime did judgment overtake them. Has it not been shown to them that to the receptacle of the dead their souls shall be made to descend? Their evil deeds shall become their greatest torment. Into darkness, into the snare, and into the flame, which shall burn to the great judgment, shall their Ruachoth enter, and the great judgment shall take effect forever and ever. Woe to you, for you there shall be no peace. Neither can you say to the righteous and to the good who are alive, in the days of our trouble we have been afflicted. Every trouble we have seen, and every evil things have suffered. Our ruachoth, our spirits, have been consumed, lessened, and diminished. We have perished, nor has there been any possibility of help for us in the word or in deed. We have found none, but have been tormented and destroyed. We have not expected to live day after day. We hoped indeed to have been the head, but we have become the tail. We have been afflicted when we have exerted ourselves, but we have been devoured by sinners and the wicked. Their yoke has been heavy upon us. Those who have exercised dominion over us, who detest and who goad us, and to those who hate us have we humbled our neck, but they have shown no compassion towards us. We have been desirous of escaping from them, that we may fly away and be at rest, but we have found no place to which we could fly and be secure from them. We have sought an asylum with princes in our distress and have cried out to those who were devouring us. But our cry has not been regarded, nor have they been disposed to hear our voice, but rather to assist those who plunder and devour us, those who diminish us and hide their oppression, who remove not their yoke from us, but devour, enervate, and slay us, who conceal our slaughter, not remember that they have lifted up their hands against us. I swear to you, righteous, that in heaven the angels record your goodness before the glory of Elohim. Wait in patient hope, for formerly you have been disgraced with evil and with affliction, but now shall you shine like a luminaris of heaven. You shall be seen, and the gates of heaven shall be opened to you. Your cries have cried for judgment, and it has appeared to you. For an account of all of your sufferings shall be required from the princes and from everyone who has assisted your plunders. Wait with patient hope, nor relinquish your confidence, for great joy shall be yours, like that of the angels in heaven. Conduct yourselves as you may, still you shall not be concealed in the day of great judgment. You shall be found like sinners, and external condemnation shall be far from you, so long as the world exists. And now, fear not, you righteous, when you see sinners flourishing and prosperous in their ways. Be not associates with them, but keep yourselves at a distance from their oppression. Be you associated with the host of heaven. You sinners say, all of our transgressions shall not be taken account of and be recorded, but all of your transgressions shall be recorded daily, and be assured by me that light and darkness, day and night, behold all of your transgressions. Be not impious in your thoughts, lie not, surrender not the word of unrighteousness. Lie not against the word of the holy and Elohim. Glory not your idols, for all of your lying and all of your impiety is not for the righteousness, but for great crime. Now will I point out a mystery. Many sinners shall turn and transgress against the word of uprightness. They shall speak evil things. They shall utter falsehood and create a great creation. The globe earth? And compose seraphim in their own words. But when they shall write all my words correctly in their own languages, they shall neither change or diminish them, but shall write them all correctly, all which from the first I have uttered concerning them. Another mystery also I point out, to the righteous and the wise shall be given seraphim of joy, of integrity, and of great wisdom. To them shall seraphim be given, in which they shall believe, in which they shall rejoice, and all the righteous shall be rewarded, who from these shall require the knowledge of every upright path. In those days shall Yahweh, they shall call to the children In those days, says Yahweh, they shall call to the children of the earth and make them listen to their wisdom. Show them that you are their leaders, and that remuneration shall take place over the whole earth. For I and my son will forever hold communion with them in the paths of uprightness while they are still alive. Shalom, peace shall be yours. Rejoice, children of integrity and in truth. After a time, my son, Methuselah, took a woman for his son Lamech. She became pregnant by him and brought forth a child, the flesh of which was as white as snow, and red as a rose, and the hair of whose head was white like wool and long, and those eyes were beautiful. And when he opened them, he illuminated all the house like the sun, and the whole house abounded with light. And when he was taken from the hand of the midwife, Lamech his father became afraid of him, and flying away came to him his own father Methuselah, and said, I have begotten a son unlike others. He is not of men, but resembling the offspring of the angels of heaven, is of a different nature, being altogether unlike us. His eyes are like the rays of the sun, his countenance glorious, and he looks not as if he belonged to me, but to the angels. I am afraid lest something miraculous should take place on earth in his days. And now, my father, let me entreat and request you to go to our progenitor Hanok, Enoch, and learn from him the truth, for his residence is with the angels. When Methuselah heard these words of his son, he came to me at the extremities of the earth, and for he had been informed that I was there, and he cried out. I heard his voice, and I went to him, saying, Behold, I am here, my son, since you have come to me. He answered and said, On account of a great event that I have come to you, and on the account of the sight difficult I have approached to you. And now, my father, hear me, for to my son Lamech a child has been born, who resembles not him, or whose nature is not like the nature of man. His color is whiter than snow. He is redder than the rose. The hair of his head is whiter than white wool. His eyes are like the rays of the sun, and when he opens them, he illuminated the whole house. When also he was taken from the hand of the midwife, his father Lamech feared and fled to me, believing not that he belonged to him, but that he resembled the angels of heaven. And behold, I have come to you, that you may point out to me this truth. Then I, Hanok, answered and said, Yahweh will effect a new thing upon the earth. This have I explained and seen in a vision. I have shown to you that in this generation of Jared, my father, those who were from heaven disregarded the word of Yahweh. Behold, they committed crimes, laid aside their class, and intermingled with women. And with them also they transgressed, married with them, and begot children, who are not like spiritual beings, but creatures of flesh. A great destruction therefore shall come upon all the earth, a deluge. A great destruction shall take place in 1 year. This also says this in Genesis, Bereshith. This child which is born to you, the son, shall survive on the earth, and his 3 sons shall be saved with him. When all mankind who are on the earth shall die, he shall be safe, and his prosperity shall beget on the earth. And his posterity shall beget on the earth giants, not spiritual, but carnal. Upon the earth shall a great punishment be inflicted, and it shall be washed from all corruption. Now therefore inform your son Lamech that he who is born in his child in truth, and he shall be called his name Noah, for he shall be to you a survivor. He and his children shall be saved from the corruption which shall take place in the world, from all the sin and from all the iniquity which shall be consummated on earth in his days. And afterwards shall greater impiety take place, that which had been before consummated on the earth. For I am acquainted with holy mysteries, which Yahweh himself has discovered and explained to me, and which I have read the tablets of heaven. And in them I saw it is written that generation after generation shall transgress until a righteous race shall arise, until transgression and crime perish from all of the earth, until all goodness come upon it. And now, my son, go tell your son Lamech that the child which is born to him in truth, and that there is no deception, When Methuselah heard the word of his father Hanok, who had shown him every secret thing, he returned with understanding and called the name of that child Noah, because he was the consul of the earth on account of all the destruction. Another sefer which Hanok wrote for his son Methuselah, and for those who should come after him and guard their purity of conduct in the latter days. You who have labored shall wait in those days until the evildoers be consumed, and the power of the guilty be annihilated. Wait until sin passes away, for their names shall be blotted out of the holy seraphim scroll. Their seed shall be destroyed, and their ruachoth slain. They shall cry out and lament in the invisible waste, and in the bottomless fire shall they burn. There I perceive, as if it were a cloud, which could not be seen through. For the depths of it I was unable to look upwards. I beheld also a flame of fire blazing brightly, and as if it were glittering mountains whirled around and agitated from side to side. Then I inquired of one of the holy angels who was with me and said, what is the splendid? For it is not heaven, but a flame of fire alone which blazes, and the clamor of explanation of woe and of great suffering. He said, there into that place which you behold shall be thrust the ruachoth, the souls of sinners and blasphemers, of those who shall do evil, and who shall pervert all which Elohim has spoken by mouth of the prophets, all which they ought to do. For respecting these things, there shall be writings and impressions above in heaven, that the angels may read them and know that there shall what should happen both to sinners and to the ruachoth of the humble, to those who have suffered in their bodies, but have been rewarded by Elohim, who have been injuriously treated by wicked men, who have loved Elohim, who have been attached neither to gold nor silver, nor to any good thing in this world, but have given their bodies to torment, to those who from the period of their birth have not been covetous of earthly riches, but have regarded themselves as a breath passing away. Such has been their conduct, and much has Yahweh tried them, and their ruachoth have been found pure, that they may bless his name. And all their blessings have I related in a sefer, and he has rewarded them, for they have been found to love heaven with everlasting aspiration. While they have been trodden down by wicked men, they have heard from the revilings and blasphemies, and have been ignominiously treated, while they were blessing me. And now will I call the ruachoth of the good from the generation of light, and will change those who have been born in darkness, who have not in their bodies been recompensed with glory, as their faith may have merited. I will bring them into the splendid light of those who love my holy name, and I will place each of them on a throne of glory his own, and they shall beat rest during unnumbered periods. Righteous is the judgment of Elohim, for the faithful shall he give faith in the habitations of uprightness. They shall see those who have been born in darkness, unto darkness shall be cast, while the righteous shall be at rest. Sinners shall cry out, beholding them, while they exist in splendor and proceed forward to the days and periods of prescribed periods prescribed to them. Hallelujah. I hope that blessed you. Have a wonderful day. I've got some shoveling to do. Shalom, shalom.